Hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. You're listening to Our Fantasy Game. I'm your host, the Game Master, and we are still working on the Temple of the Frog module, which arguably is the first module ever made for Dungeons and Dragons. I have the PDF that I'm running it from. Today's game took place entirely, it was from page 12 of that PDF. And the part in the adventure we're at is the heroes are still out in the swamp and they stumble upon this little encampment with 32 slavers and two slaver captains. All of these guys, by the way, have an armor class of 13. They're all wearing leather armor. The run of the mill slavers have 8 hit points each. The captains have 16 hit points each. Um, and so the party decided to take these guys out. They start off, they're sneaking around, and um somebody, I want to say it was Keanu's character, rolled a critical failure, like really, really early in the game. So the bad guys became aware of the heroes and started to attack them, and it was a mess. And honestly, we thought it was going to be a total party kill. Amazingly, none of the heroes died. I think Brad was the one that by the end of the game, he had like 2 hit points left. So there were heroes for sure that were badly injured, but nobody died. And the dragon character, we call her the crocodile, right? Where her dad was a red dragon and her mom was an air maiden. She managed to use a breath weapon where she lined it up and she got 3 of the huts in the village to catch fire. Basically, they burned the whole village down. And because it was on an island, it couldn't spread, it's surrounded by water. But yeah, that was it. That was the entire adventure, was just trying to fight all these guys, right? Thankfully for the heroes, the slavers really needed to roll high to hit the protagonists. They were not, on rare occasions they'd make their roll, but it was pretty rare. So that really helped a lot. Also, interestingly enough, Brad's character had made this spear trap kind of at the beginning of the game. And at the time, I didn't think it was going to be that useful, but it was. This trap actually took out 3 or 4 bad guys during the course of the game. That was pretty cool. My son's character, who is a pixie, he was invisible and he would uh, fly up in the air so that he was out of the reach of the bad guys, and then he would come down still invisible, and he's a rogue, and he would stab him and get a backstab bonus. And then for the second half of his move, he'd go back up in the air again out of their reach. And that was actually really impressive. He took out quite a few guys. And that was good too, because for several adventures now, he keeps saying stuff like, there's nothing I can really do in this situation, stuff like that. Um, so that was nice. It was good that he actually got to do something for a change. You know what I mean? But that was it. That took us all afternoon today to do that. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for listening, as always. If you want to support our humble little channel, we'd love it if you hit like and subscribe and leave us a comment. And from all of us here at Our Fantasy Game, we'll catch you guys in the next adventure. Bye.